Now, whether you're somebody building a vehicle yourself, or you're just getting curious about a nomadic lifestyle, I'm here with a great tutorial for you showing you how to design your Skoolie floor plan. Hey everybody, it's Luis for Bus Voyage, and I'd like to get right into this tutorial. So let's start with step one. So the first step is going to be designing with pencil, paper, and eraser. So the reason that we start out this way is because if you've never designed for a space like a Skoolie before, which is a very unique space to design for, we're gonna want to go through as many layout ideas as we can, as quickly as we can. The first thing that we need to do before we start sketching is get a rough idea of the dimensions that we're going to be working with. Now I'm gonna use my school bus as an example, but you can find interior dimensions for other school buses, whether they're mid-size or full-size, online on skoolie.net or on Pinterest, and I'll link a couple of examples for those of you that might be looking at mid-size or full-size school buses. But my bus is a short bus and I've measured everything super thoroughly, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that as an example. So here I've used my rough interior dimensions to draw a bunch of bus-shaped rectangles. I've got a list of systems over here. Now I need electricity, water, obviously the necessities, but don't forget to list things that are important to just you enjoying life too. So as we're placing items on our paper floor plan, don't be afraid to get messy. We want to get all of our ideas out as quickly as possible. Don't be afraid to draw dirty sketches about how certain pieces of furniture might work, where you're gonna store things like your batteries or water tanks or your food, and just get all of your ideas out on paper as many times as you can. Now after trying a bunch of different things, hopefully you've got one that you really like, so go ahead and grab a tape measure for the next step. Alright, so now that we've sketched out some simple floor plans that we like, we're gonna take the one that we like the best right now, and we're gonna start with step 2, which is transferring your sketch into a more precise digital tool. So I'm gonna choose mine right here. I kind of cheated because this is the floor plan that I've been working on for the past couple months. So the first thing that you're gonna wanna do is start taking measurements of items around your home. You know, go walk around in your shower and feel how comfortable it feels to you. Is it big enough? Do you wish it was bigger? How small of a shower could you live with? Measure it out and really feel out what size you're comfortable with things being. How long is your kitchen countertop? How high is it off of the floor? That type of thing. Make sure you keep a list of all of those things that you measured and measurements that you think you'd be okay with. And now we're gonna start transferring those over to our digital tool. And now I'm gonna show you how I transfer this over to a more precise digital tool. The one I'm gonna be using is floorplanner.com, which I really do like. It's got a couple flaws, but as far as allowing me to get precise with my floor plan and just ease of use, I really liked it. Here we are, it's just floorplanner.com. And you go ahead and make a free account. I'm gonna go ahead and log in and show you what my projects are looking like. All right, so we're logged in now and we're here on the dashboard. I'm gonna go ahead and click on projects because I like this view much better. I would go ahead and bookmark this. I just saved it as floor planner projects, so you can always come back to this page easily. I'm gonna go ahead and create a new project, and I'm gonna show you exactly how I did this, and it is so easy. So just gonna make that project, empty plan, and I'm gonna just draw a room here. Oh, and the wall height, my bus interior height is 6'3", so I'm gonna go ahead and do 6'3", and raise from floor 0 because we're not doing anything multi-story. So just drag this to the size of what your bus measures out to be. Like I said, you can find full-size bus and mid-size bus interior dimensions online, and give this a material. Get rid of this nasty default paint color. I'm just gonna give it a material of this wood, claim natural oak. Oh, that's nice. And now you have a nice little box that you can start dropping furniture into. All of your furniture will be right here in this little chair icon, under that chair icon. So I'm gonna go ahead and say filter to all categories, and I'm gonna just search for a shower. I'm gonna go ahead and toggle this to 3D so that I can actually see in more detail what I'm about to drop in. And you get all these cool little pre-built shower assets. I'm gonna drop in this one. Just drop that in the corner there. And I'm gonna size it to 36 by 36 because those are the dimensions that I want my shower to be. So there it is, 36 inches by 36 inches. Resize to that here. And typing in the boxes is one way to resize things. Another way to resize things is actually click this box right here, and it gives you some little like crop borders that you can drag around and actually resize your object this way. So maybe I know I want my shower to be that size, but I have a table, for example. Sure, this table, whatever. I don't really have exact dimensions for what I want my table to be, but I do know I want it to look about even with my shower. So that's where this feature comes in really handy, because I can click on those crop handles and just drag it to be even with the shower. And now you can save this and go to 3D mode, and you can actually see the interior of what your school bus would look like with these two fixtures in it. But I'll show you what my actual floor plan is looking like, and I think you'll get a better idea of what a Skoolie can look like and how you can really decide how a Skoolie can be livable for you by using this tool. Now, another really nice feature of Floorplanner is it's super easy to just make a new version of your floor plan. So you just click duplicate and it will create a new copy of your floor plan. That's how I have all of these copies of the Guicho Mobile. And this is the most recent one that I like a lot. So I'm gonna show you what this is looking like. So I'm gonna show you the 3D view first. Now, I'm not gonna necessarily have a glass shower here. I just used it more to show the shape off and get the dimensions right. But this is what the inside of my bus is going to look like. So I'm going to have my closet, pantry here, shower here, have a fridge under the counter here, induction cooker, sink, blah, blah, blah. You can see everything yourself. I'm double clicking right now to move around. You can also use your arrow keys to move around. So I can use up arrow to move forward, down for back, can move left and right. And if I want to change my height, I can just type in camera height of, let's say 2 feet, and boom, I'm now 2 feet tall. So what's really interesting is you can use Floorplanner to get kind of complex interactions within your environment. So I have this little prototyped slide-in toilet design right here, where I have my composting toilet, a little sliding portion of this door. The toilet will pull into this area where I'll have a toilet paper roll right here. So you can see, like, Floorplanner will give you a lot of fidelity in what your design can look like. So really the only limit to it is your own creativity, which is amazing. And it's really simple to use. Let's go back to the 2D view, and I'm just gonna give you a couple more tips here and then we can move on to the third and final step. I would just recommend, as you continue purchasing final components, just write their dimensions down, figure out what things are gonna fit, what things aren't gonna fit in your floor plan. For example, I have a couch right here. I have this Murphy sofa bed planned. I want my water tank under this sofa, and I want my electrical system underneath this Murphy bed type contraption. So I just have my battery dimensions so that I know to build a Murphy sofa in the dimensions that will fit the batteries. I know how to build my sofa in a way that it will fit the water tank, etc., etc. So whenever you've decided, or you're just looking around at different options for components, whether it's batteries or a fridge, just go ahead and take a note of their dimensions, drop it into your floor plan, and just keep that in mind when you're creating your different pieces of furniture and laying them out within your floor plan. Another really nice feature of Floorplanner is you can actually add windows. So I would recommend, if you have your own full-size Skoolie, go and take measurements of your windows, measure the spaces between them, measure how far the first window is from the back, so that you get a really accurate feeling of how this furniture will feel in the bus. Now, switching back to 3D view, you can see, I have a really clear idea of what windows I'm gonna have to cover up. And I would definitely take advantage of that feature because it's so easy to use and gives you a way better feeling of what your space will feel like once you actually start putting furniture in it in real life. The last thing that I'd like to show you here is you can also change the aesthetics of what your walls look like and what your floor looks like. So if you click on the floor of your room, you can choose different materials for it. If you click on a wall as well, you can change the wall material. Now, I have to change material 1 and material 2 each time. I'm not sure why, but that's just the way it goes. You can actually change your wall material here. So boom, now I have wooden walls. Now, the final thing that I'd like to share with you about Floorplanner, which is super nice, is the exports. So I can export both a 2D and a 3D image. I'm gonna go ahead and leave these defaults and just click export, and it will just send this to your email. Similarly, you can also put out a high quality 3D render, and I'll insert a picture of what that looks right now. And it is a beautiful, it's ridiculously high quality render. Not ridiculously, but like for a free tier of an app like this, to have that functionality, I think is pretty ridiculous. So you can get those renders, send them to your email, pull it up on your phone and just, cross-reference how things are looking in the render to how things are turning out in your bus. Just a really good tool for letting you visualize what your space will look like and then being able to carry that visualization out around with you. All right, so now you've got your high fidelity mockup in something like Floorplanner. Maybe you're using SketchUp or some other 3D tool. Specific tool doesn't matter, but you've got a design that you can really get a feel for your space with. So now that you've done that, we're gonna do the third and final step, which is to mark up your floor plan inside of your vehicle using painter's tape or masking tape, whatever you have on hand. I'm kind of past this step and there's a bunch of stuff in my bus, so I'm just gonna throw up some pictures of what that actually will look like. Pretty simple. You just get your measuring tape out, get your roll of tape out, and you just mark stuff up on your bus, marking walls, marking furniture placement, that kind of thing. So you can get a physical sense of where everything will be that you just can't get in a 3D render. Maybe when VR gets really good, we'll be able to do that without laying out painter's tape, but that's really it. Now, there is one more step, kind of a meta step to this process, and that's basically you're gonna have to do it over and over again, and there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, your shower's gonna be too small. Maybe you lay it out in painter's tape on your bus, and you stand in there and you're like, man, I'm feeling cramped already and there's not even walls here. There's just tape at my feet. But the first time that you do it will be the most time intensive. Each time after that, hopefully will be easier and easier and easier. And at the end of it, you're gonna have a beautiful floor plan that you will love. All right, guys, thanks for your time. I hope this helped you. If you have any questions, please drop a comment down below. I'll answer it as quickly as possible. Otherwise, I'm gonna roll that outro and I'll talk to you later.
Hey guys, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button for new videos every Thursday.
And if you want to learn more about the bus conversion process, or you just enjoy watching us do it, feel free to watch some more of our videos over here or over here. That felt pretty good.